everybody, welcome to Chrissyville, where we talk about everything under the sun. But in today's video, we're going to talk about a super touchy topic that people really want to speak on. But I'm going to tell y'all a story that was my experience with it, and y'all let me know what y'all think. So, um, I was in middle school, probably about maybe like seventh grade, sixth or seventh grade, somewhere around there. And I had this gym teacher, and he was very like, I just got really weird vibes from him, but that's neither here nor there. I didn't say anything to him. I just kept my distance. He will be up there, I will be back here, and I just, when I don't be feeling people vibe, I just try to keep my distance. Usually in school, you have your gym teacher is like your gym teacher and your health teacher. So he would have us for gym, and then he would have us for health. And when we would go to gym, this man would make us do jumping jacks the entire class, like the entire gym class. I'm talking about this man, like if the gym class was 45 minutes, we were doing jumping jacks for like 40 of those minutes. Like, I'm like, what is the problem? Like we would be getting it in, and he would be like, stop, cut, y'all not doing it right, blah, blah, blah. So like I said, I would be way in the back because he had us in like, like size order or whatever, or however he had it set up. I'll get back to that later. But we doing our jumping jacks, he'd stop us. Oh, y'all not doing it right. So I'm like, jumping jacks ain't that intricate. You throw your arms in the air, you wave them like you just don't care, you put them back down. Like, it's not that hard. So he would continue to do this all day. So I'm like, yo, what is the problem? Like, so I'm in the back, and I'm looking around. I'm like, what is the issue? Like, it has to be some type of issue in this joint. So as I'm doing the jumping jacks, then it dawned on me. I'm like, oh, this nigga is in here watching titty shaking. The light bulb just went off in my head. So I'm doing my little jumping jacks or whatever. Now my sister, she was in like 2 grades higher than me. So I'm talking to my sister. I'm like, yo, Mr. So-and-so, like, what y'all be doing in the gym? So she was like, man, he be having us doing jumping jacks all day, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, this nigga is watching titty shaking all day long. Nigga, you watching titty shake literally from 8 in the morning all the way till 3 p.m.? Like, you got a problem. But so, anyway, so I had figured them out or whatever. So the girls that I went to school with, we was all like having a conversation, and I was like, yo, the boy is a pervert, like seriously. So, everybody agreeing with me, like, oh yeah, because I was like a really observant, like, kid. Like, I just always was that way. So everybody like, yeah. So, and I'm always the person that's gonna take a stand. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, if you doing something wrong, you doing something you ain't got no business doing, you going down messing around with somebody like me, especially when it comes to the kids, when it comes to the children, and you think you being slick, and you think you an adult, and don't nobody know what's going on. Trust me, I know what's going on, and I see you, and I'm diming you out. But at any rate, we in health. So, in health, you sitting down, whatever. So somebody had did something, somebody was talking, or somebody was doing something, I don't remember. But I wasn't like a problem child in school, but I was just always like super mouthy and always like telling somebody off, or always just involved in something. So like I was like on my last lap with the dean. Like I was just trying to stay as far away from her as possible. So somebody did something in the classroom, and he was like, oh, like, Chrissy, like, go to the dean. Like, that was it. Like, I was like, yo, like, why are you throwing me out? Like, what's up? Like, I didn't even do nothing. So I'm trying to explain to him, I'm like, yo, that wasn't me. But you're not that person. Like, I'm not that person that's going to dime somebody out and be like, well, that was this person. But I'm like, yo, that wasn't me. Like, you need to figure out, like, because usually when I do something wrong, I'll own up to it. Like, all right, dog, you caught me. I'm out. Like, I'll get on you or whatever. So, but He throws me out the class. So I go to the dean. I'm like, oh man, this probably I'm on my last lap. I know she's gonna call my mom. So I go in the dean office. I'm like, man, no better time than the now. So I'm like, since he's sitting up here telling people, he might as well tell what he be doing, like watching people titties shake up and down all day while he up in his school. I said, that man be having us doing jumping jacks, and he be watching titty shake from the time the schoolhouse open to the time it closed. I said, he do it to everybody in every class, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. Now, I tells the dean this, and she's looking at me like I'm crazy, like, oh my God, like I don't believe this person is saying this, and I'm looking at her like, oh my God, yes, it is what it is. Like, you want to tell on me? Look, we telling on each other. So she goes and gets all the girls from my class that, I was busting it up with. And I learned a very valuable lesson this day. So she goes and gets all the kids or whatever. And she's like, what's been going on in the gym class and whatever. So they all was like, they was acting like they didn't know what was going on. They was wrapped out. They was completely like just, oh no, I don't know nothing. Oh no, I ain't see nothing. I ain't hear nothing. I'm looking at all of them like, yo, we literally was just having this conversation about this person, but they ain't want no smoke because they wasn't trying to get in trouble. But after I had them told, I ain't care. But I was just sitting there like, wow, like, friends, how many of us have them? I was looking at them like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, y'all, like, y'all really not gonna say nothing. They ain't nobody say, like, niggas was looking for their school tokens. People was looking all around. People was digging in their pocket, pulling out lint. Like, it was all types of stuff going on. And I was like, oh, okay, so sometimes when you want to stand for what's right, you got to stand alone. So I was like, listen, they don't want to speak up or whatever, but I know what I know, and I know what I saw, and I asked other people that's not even in our classroom, and he literally does this all day. So now y'all can do whatever y'all want. But so I guess they must have investigated the situation or whatever. So then the next thing I know, the man, he ain't work at the school no more. So they must have obviously found out something or found out what was going on. But the next thing I know, I'm in therapy at the school. Like, they sending me to this therapy program, and I'm like, well, I don't need therapy. I wasn't the one in here getting my freak on watching titty shake all day from 8 o'clock to 3 p.m. That wasn't me. So why am I in therapy? But they had me going to this little crazy program or this little program every week because I told on the man. And it's like, why y'all trying to make me out to be crazy because I pointed something out that needed to be pointed out. And obviously, y'all felt something was wrong because y'all got rid of him. But wait, y'all. Why I peeped that this man got us, like, literally in titty size order. Like, he had us lined up. Like, now me, first of all, I ain't have an ounce of boob, so I was way in the back. That's how I was able to observe. But when I realized what was going on, because he had all the big titty girls was right in the front, and he never came to the back. He never came to the back all the way in the back where I was in the back with the boys. But he never came to the back. So I'm just looking around the class like, what is going on? What do he see? That's the problem. Because I'm not seeing nobody messing up nowhere. Like, what is he talking about? But in the black community, in our dean, she was black too, but I just feel like she handled that situation completely wrong because when I came to her and I was telling her exactly what was going on, she was trying to treat me like I was the problem. And it's like, no, he's the problem. And y'all sitting up here trying to protect him. And y'all, these is young girls in here that's, 12, 13, 14. And he up here watching titty shake. And y'all sitting up here trying to defend this man. Let me tell you about my dean real quick. So she was actually a Delta. And when this situation happened, she called my mom. And she acted like she had a problem with me spilling the beans. She gonna get up there and say, oh, well, she told and she said this and she said that and she made these strong accusations against this man, and what if that was her father? And because she asked me that. She like, well, what if that was your father? And I said, well, if he did it, he did it. And if he did it and he deserved whatever's going to come his way for doing something so heinous, he deserved it. He deserved whatever he get. And she gonna get mad at me. She was really upset with me about my response to it being my father. If my father is a pervert and a rapist, he deserves whatever he gets. Where's the issue? Like, and I know I was a kid, but still, where's the problem in him serving his time for doing something wrong? But I just felt as though like she was just so gung ho on defending this that I was like, I mean, like, what does this whole sorority thing stand for? Like, what does this like? What type of energy is you putting out there? Because at this point, I don't even trust you. I was sick of her from that point on. Is you gonna stand up for the women, or is you gonna stand up for the girls, or like what? Like, what is you even here for? If that's not what you're here for, like, I'm just saying. But us black people, we gotta stop protecting the predators, and we gotta stop protecting the people that's out here doing something wrong. Cause everybody know it's so many people out here that hide and they're able to get away because people are protecting them and they know their wrongdoings, but they just be like, oh, I'm still just going let this person slide, because it be amongst people families, it be in schools, it be in these after school programs, it be at these dance classes. A lot of these people be doing stuff you thinking they helping your kid out, but they ain't doing nothing but screwing them or doing something freaky. So you best watch your kid. You best watch your kid, because they will